Somewhere in the world, right at this very moment, the most targeted human being on Earth is moving through a city street, but he is not riding in a car. He is strapped inside a 20,000-pound rolling doomsday bunker, a heavily armored ghost hiding in plain sight. If a synchronized terrorist ambush erupts, if an armed drone swarm descends from the sky, if a lethal chemical agent is released into the air, this vehicle is designed to do only one thing: keep the President of the United States alive, no matter the cost. They call it the Beast. And what lies beneath its sleek black exterior is one of the most closely guarded secrets in the United States military arsenal. Welcome to the Allies. Today we are declassifying the rolling fortress of the Commander-in-Chief. To understand why a vehicle this extreme exists, you first have to understand the terrifying reality of the modern world. The President of the United States operates with a permanent target on their back. Every public movement, every foreign diplomatic trip, every drive down a seemingly quiet avenue is a calculated risk. In the modern theater of asymmetrical warfare, threats are no longer limited to a lone gunman in a high window. The Secret Service must anticipate sophisticated military-grade assassination plots. We are talking about armor-piercing incendiary rounds, improvised explosive devices buried under asphalt, radiological dirty bombs, and coordinated assaults by highly trained paramilitary squads. The kill zone is everywhere, and the moment the president leaves the heavily fortified gates of the White House, they are at their most vulnerable. For decades, the Secret Service relied on standard, heavily modified luxury cars. But as global terrorism evolved, the vehicles had to evolve with them. The turning point came in the post-9/11 era. The government realized that a simple bulletproof car was a death trap. They didn't need a limousine. They needed a tank that only looked like a limousine. Enter the modern iteration of the Beast. At first glance, it wears the badge and the iconic grille of a Cadillac. But that is an illusion. There is virtually nothing on this vehicle that came from a commercial factory assembly line. Underneath the polished exterior sits a heavy-duty Chevrolet Kodiak truck chassis. It is required just to support the sheer crushing weight of the armor. The Beast weighs an estimated 15,000 to 20,000 pounds. That is roughly the equivalent of a full-grown Tyrannosaurus Rex. When the president's handler pulls the door handle to let the commander-in-chief inside, they are pulling a door that features 8 full inches of military-grade armor plating. To put that into perspective, the doors on this vehicle weigh exactly the same as the cabin doors on a Boeing 757 airliner. Once that door shuts, the world outside ceases to exist. The interior of the Beast is a completely hermetically sealed environment. If an assailant deploys a biological weapon or a highly toxic nerve agent like sarin gas in the streets, the president will not even smell it. The vehicle features its own independent, closed-circuit environmental system. Hidden within the chassis are dedicated oxygen tanks, ready to pump pure, breathable air into the cabin for hours. But what happens when the threat is kinetic? What happens when a sniper pulls the trigger? The glass surrounding the president is not just bulletproof. It is 5 inches of layered polycarbonate and tempered glass designed to absorb and deflect the kinetic energy of an armor-piercing rifle round. It is so thick that natural light struggles to pass through it cleanly. The only window that opens is the driver's, and it only lowers a mere 3 inches, just enough to speak to a checkpoint guard or pay a toll if the apocalypse gets delayed. Below the vehicle, the floorboards are lined with heavy steel plating. This is an anti-mine feature, engineered to absorb the catastrophic upward blast of a roadside IED or a grenade rolled beneath the chassis. And if the tires are shot out, if spike strips shred the rubber, the Beast doesn't stop. The tires are reinforced with Kevlar, but even if they are completely blown away, the car operates on custom-forged steel rims. The convoy will simply keep driving, grinding sparks into the pavement at highway speeds, dragging the president out of the kill zone. Yet, a fortress is only as good as the weapons it holds. And the Beast is not merely designed to take a beating. It is fully capable of fighting back. This is where the line between an executive transport and a James Bond weapon completely blurs. Hidden within the front grille are night vision cameras, allowing the driver to navigate perfectly in pitch blackness if a city's power grid is knocked out or if the convoy is blinded by smoke. If pursuit vehicles manage to close in on the rear, the Beast has countermeasures ready. It can deploy a smokescreen to blind trailing attackers. It can dump a highly slick oil slick onto the road to send pursuing vehicles spinning out of control. It is even equipped with electrified door handles. Should an angry mob or an assault team surround the car and attempt to rip the doors open, a flick of a switch from the driver will send a paralyzing 120-volt shock through anyone touching the exterior. In the absolute worst-case scenario, if the armor is breached and the president sustains a critical injury, the trunk of the Beast operates as a mobile trauma center. It is permanently stocked with emergency medical gear, a defibrillator, and most importantly, a refrigerated supply of the president's exact blood type. The vehicle becomes an armored ambulance, keeping the leader of the free world alive long enough to reach a secure hosp.